Hey everybody, welcome to Sunday Night Sessions. I'm Tracy Jameson, along with my good friend, co-host, and business partner, Val Smith. And we love doing these sessions. We like to put out a little bit of a disclaimer at the beginning of it because we may not always be politically correct. However, we'd like to touch on subjects that matter the most, maybe to us, maybe not so much to everybody else, I don't know. But certainly we could be controversial at times. And I think that's really important about being able to speak up and talk about a lot of things that go on, in the industry, our network marketing industry, the online industry. There's misconceptions out there, and I think people don't get the right information, or they disregard the correct information, or really maybe people are just taking people in the wrong direction. Val, you and I always have such great conversations on a daily basis. We analyze things, we analyze people, we analyze the industry, we analyze ourselves, I think probably more than anything. We kind of get down to, what is it that we're missing in marketing tactics, in listening to, our members and everything. Like it's a constant thing on a day-to-day basis. And I think one of the really important topics that you and I kind of talked about earlier this week, and we never know where these topics are going, folks. You know what? We could start here and go there, and heaven knows where we end up, because none of these things are scripted. We just say what's on our mind and discuss it from there. However, we talked about responsibility, and I have to say that, I take responsibility very seriously. Coming from my corporate background and being a parent, being a business owner, and you have to take responsibility for everything in your life, in your business, and everything that you do. And I think, Val, the conversation you and I had, I don't know whether it was today or yesterday or earlier in the week or several times this week, was that I think I don't know where people, they don't take the responsibility in what they need to do to get the job done. And I guess this goes back to a lot of the marketing that goes on in the online world about people making these promises about, not having to have responsibility. And yet, light bulb moment, you have to take responsibility for what you do. Otherwise, nothing gets done. And, we know that just in running a household, if people don't take responsibility for doing chores or doing whatever they need to do. You can take that component to any part of your life, whether it's in your relationships or just, day-to-day business. If you don't take responsibility for actions, then you can see the residual of that, and nothing really gets done. I know for me personally this week, it's been, and Val, that there's been some challenges that I'm relentless, and somebody out there has the answer. If I don't have it, somebody does have it, and I am relentless about getting the answer. And what I found out actually over the course of the last few weeks, that sometimes there's secret answers. And the answer, and it's been kind of a term that we've coined over the last few weeks, is because the quality of your answer depends on the quality of your question. And so you have to be penetrating a lot at all times about getting the right information, understanding what you get, and making sure it makes sense so that you can do what you need to do. And so, we really had to dig deep into, a lot of components this week about getting the right answers and making sure that our affiliates are getting the right answers so that they can do their jobs. So I guess I have to say about what the responsibility part of it, for us as being company owners, the responsibility lays very heavily on us. However, there's a little bit of responsibility that still goes back to the affiliate that needs to follow up to do as well. And so I think that between those 2 points, that there's a lot of room for, I guess you might call it gray area, where people kind of fall off the map. So I don't know, Val, like I said, we've had a lot of conversations over this last week. So I don't know, what are your thoughts on that?
No, we have. It's amazing how these conversations all come to fruition. Am I reverbing here?
Nope,
Yeah,
you're good.
As long as
You're good.
as long as you can reverbing on my side. Anyhow, yes, responsibility is really important. Company owners have the responsibility of putting together the blueprint, the foundation, the platform. The big thing that distributors need to know, there's a whole lot of segments. My brain's just racing. I got all kinds of stuff popping in my head. But anyhow, you've got affiliate marketing, which is what we do, and then you've got multi-level marketing. Multi-level marketing, a great, phenomenal industry. Not a lot of responsibility for the distributors there because the company owners do it all. They initiate the shipping, the handling, which is normal. Even in affiliate marketing, they do that. The company owners also run the payroll. They also send out the checks. Therefore, distributors get to be very codependent in a way in multi-level marketing, which I don't agree with. This is going back to responsibility, but it's just an easy way out in multi-level marketing. And that's not to knock multi-level marketing. This is not a knock. This is about human behavior. It's easy street in multi-level marketing. What I find about multi-level marketers is they don't take the responsibility of being a home-based business practitioner as serious as they should. The majority, not all. And then in affiliate marketing, which is something that we do, we run 2 programs. There is responsibility. Our job is to create the product, admin it, customer service, have a platform, and make sure people get timely delivery. We don't have to worry about payroll. We don't have to worry about whether people get paid or not because our system doesn't work that way. Our system allows people to get paid no matter what outside of us. It's a built-in mechanism. Now, the responsibility there that you wouldn't find in multi-level marketing is people need to take on the responsibility of having a business and saying, okay, I'm an affiliate marketer. What that means is I've been given a product to represent. It's my duty to go out there and market that product. It's not our job. As company owners, we're not there to market the product, believe it or not, unless we choose to independently. But a company is there to supply the tools, the mechanisms, the platform, the product. The distributors, it's up to them to figure out how to do, get it out there to the masses. Go buy traffic, solo ads, get out there and recruit. Company owners have nothing to do with that. They really, really don't have anything to do with that. And that's the responsibility of the affiliates and even in multi-level marketing, but more so in affiliate marketing because you're getting paid instantaneously, instantaneous gratification right away. And so the frustrating thing with people when they don't understand it is that, they're too used to easy street. They're so used to you've got business builders out there. All right. Here's another 3 segments. You've got business builders out there. Then you've got money players out there that don't give a damn about building a business, but just recycling as many sales as they can and making money and having a $5,000 week, a $6,000 week. And then you've got the lottery ticket players out there. The welfare mentality, the free ride. Which is absolutely, preposterous. It's a disease in this industry, promoting a free ride in anything we do. So the whole point being is we got to find out where it is that we're classified in. And the idea is what we do is we have to educate people. Okay, we're the company. Now it's your responsibility to take the time based on our recommendation, based on the companies that we're going to align ourselves with. You got to take the time and set up your online merchant account. We don't need to do that for these people. We're not collecting the money. And I know it's amazing to see how many people resist actually doing the work. It's too much work. It's too much work for me to make money. That's like absolutely ridiculous. They want a system where you set up the merchant account and send in their driver's license for them and send in their utility bills for them, and that's pathetic. People need to treat this like a business. It's not a lottery where you just join a company for $15 or $100 or $147 or $500 and you have this right. It's a privilege. It's not a right. It's a privilege. And you have to set it up and structure yourself and conduct yourself in business. And that's the part that people need to understand. They need to set up appropriately and go through the proper channels and follow the proper guidelines and get their merchant account set up. They need to take the responsible 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 step, 6-step, whatever it is, action and follow through instead of whining and complaining about it. This is a business. When you set up a traditional business, like, I own an energy company, a multi-million-dollar energy company, and, you deal with lawyers every now and then you've got to go register yourself. You've got to set yourself up as a corporation. You've got to meet with an accountant when you're bringing in, millions of dollars in sales, and you've got to go through the end of the year books. It's not pleasurable to do that stuff, but you know what? You got to do it. It's a responsibility. Tracy, when your mom passed away, 6 months ago, you had work to do. You had to go meet the bank. You were frustrated. The bank manager was a total dick for that representative there. You had to write letters. You had to do this. You had to do that. It's just the way life is. You have to do work. My kids, they have to do homework. So there is a responsibility factor, guys. It's not about just getting involved in a business and then, okay, now I'm in. I spent my $15, my $100, my $500, or my $1,000. Now, when does my money start to come in? It doesn't work that way, and I think that's what some of the terminologies or, some of the interesting people out there on the internet have been teaching people wrong language, like it's a $15 investment, or it's a $150 investment, or it's a $1,000. It's not an investment. You can't even, legally, you can't use that term. It's not an investment. It's a purchase, okay? It's a purchase. You're setting yourself up as a home-based business as an independent contractor representing a particular product. It's not an investment. It's not like, well, I put $15 in, now I got to wait. And it's amazing how many people, even just a few minutes ago, I received a Skype about, well, people are going to gravitate to free. They want a free ride in life. I don't want a free ride in life, and I don't want to be around people. I won't let my kids be around people that want a free ride in life. Those people are dumpster divers, and my kids don't live in the inner city and go in green bins looking for food. And that's just that's the problem with this industry. It's so pathetic in the sense that telling people free this and free that. I remember I read that post on Facebook. How would you like to earn free money? Remember that one? We know the lady that posted that. How would you like to earn free money? I mean, somebody should go handcuff her and take her to jail for putting stuff out like that. How do you honestly have integrity and say stuff like that? But you know what? That's the excitement. Like you said something at the beginning of your speech. You said, you don't know, we come on here and we say whatever it is we say, and some people like it and some people don't. And the people that don't like it are dumpster divers. Those are the people that aren't going to like this. I have no problem saying that. They're the ones that love pathetic free, and they're the ones that like scamming and cheating people. Honestly, I mean, let's call a spade a spade. Let's just be honest. If we're going to be in an intelligent boardroom with a bunch of executive corporate people, the executive world would not live in the cesspool of stuff that's out there on the internet and the mindset. And so, yeah, responsibility, Tracy, is key. And we had that conversation of people doing some work and setting this up and setting that up, and there's all kinds of dynamics we started talking about. So yeah, I totally support what you said, for sure, absolutely. But I just come out here and I'm like a piece of sandpaper. I have to grind it in a little bit more and hopefully bruise somebody's butt when they're watching this presentation, because they need it. If it offends them, it makes them feel uncomfortable, they need me in their life more than they'll ever know.
It is so true. Because most people know that I come back from a corporate background, and you're so right that we were not allowed to come into a boardroom with a problem. We were expected to come in with a solution. And that's something that I see is that people will be problematic in for instance, I mean, they'll go very verbally posting everything that's wrong. However, they may not follow any directions or instructions that are readily available or repeatedly available. And yet it's so much easier, or maybe it's an attention getting thing. I don't know, because people are people. And I mean, I saw that in the corporate world too. And you'd see, like I said, there was some people that would drag around their hate wagon. It was just the nature of who they were. Whether you got on it or you didn't was up to you. But it's you could either be problematic or you can be resolution oriented. And the leaders, the people who are the leaders, are the ones that come in and find the solution. And heaven knows how many avenues did I go through this last week or the last couple of weeks, trying to find solutions for things not just in one place.
Well,
but
hold on for a second. You weren't finding solutions just for us. You were solving other companies' problems. You were running the companies for them. They didn't even know how to fix you were dealing with major brand name, world-class hosting companies and you were solving their problems for them because they can even solve their own stupidity.
Yeah.
It's like,
well, and that's what's funny, because that's what we said became the secret answer. And I mean, thankfully I've got that. I mean, I'll just keep, I'm like a dog with a bone. I'll just keep digging. I know somebody's got the answer. I may not have it, but I know somebody's got it. And it was funny because a lot of times, you know, and you were on a lot of those chats and calls too earlier, and where, you know, we'd ask the questions and then figured we had everything settled out, and then all of a sudden there was another one. Well, but what happened? What about that? Well, and then we get another answer, and I said, well, how come you didn't tell us that? And I mean, I went through a whole, oh gosh, I don't know what, 2 weeks or 2 months or 3 months of that in one scenario, and then I've gone through another month and a half of it in another scenario, and I'm going like, did anybody think of even telling me that right from the very get-go? And yet, because of my analytic mind and my dogged determination and persistence in getting the right answer, I had to go all the way around the circuit to find it, to come always back in the beginning again, to have every other question answered, to finally find out what the initial question was, to finally find the secret answer. But you know what? It was because we needed to have that. And I said, I was determined that, you know what, the answer is there. I just haven't asked the right question yet. And I think that people are, I don't know, maybe it's because of my education background, my corporate background, maybe it's just my DNA. I think people just, I don't know, that whether they're lazy or maybe they haven't been shown the right way to go, whether they're just, because they've fallen into that gap of everything's, you know, easy because they've been told it is. And it's not, I mean, it's simple. There's two different things. It's not easy, but it's simple. People make it difficult. And I think that if people listened a little bit better, I mean, there's listening and hearing. Those are even two, I mean, it's two different components. You can listen all you want, but it goes in one ear, not the other. But you know, if you can actually capture and hear what's going on enough to ask those intelligent questions. And I think that that's where, I mean, people don't even know what to ask as a question. I don't know, Val. I don't know.
Well, the thing is like you brought up a good point, and you know, I kind of wonder what people think. Here we are doing this presentation. People probably wish we came to this call and taught them how to do all these incredible things like use automated systems and generate traffic. I just want to throw this in here kind of as a musical interlude. The best solution, if you want a trading platform out there where you can learn how to generate traffic and learn how to get all these YouTube hits and all that stuff, just go on the search engines and look for it. It's free. That's all. You know, like, I just wanted to make that clear, because some people think, like, here we are having these conversations, we get intellectual, and sometimes we're over people's heads and sometimes we're under people's heads. I don't know where we are. But people wonder why we come on here, and they probably think we're probably having a major rant bash session or something. No, we do this because this is therapy. This psychologically stimulates us. We kind of get off on this type of stuff because this is intellectual, and just going out there and looking for traffic courses and all that. I mean, just go on YouTube and do a search. I did a search. There's all kinds of videos. How to put yourself on 700 million sites. Have your site exposed to 700 million search engines. All that stuff's there for free. So I just want to make that perfectly clear. Those things are so superficial and so small. They're free out there. You don't need to buy anyone's training course on how to get traffic or how to market. All that stuff is free. The whole idea is to be able to present yourself. What Tracy and I do, we present ourselves because we come from a boardroom background. We present ourselves, so if we're talking to lawyers, doctors, or sophisticated people, that's the way we roll, because it's all about, Tracy brought up two good points. You're either the problem or you're the solution. And one of the things I notice in even these Facebook groups is some people come on here with like stupid trailer park trash remarks, and you know, they'll throw something in there really cynical and skeptical. And I had to kick one guy out of our room about a week and a half ago. He was being a real dick, and I have no problem telling him to his face that he's a dick. You don't do, I mean, you get into a business and you see people making $600-700 a day or $400 or $500 a day, and then you get one idiot that comes in there and says, I don't know how to do this, and if I have to spend an extra $10 to go do a solo ad or $50, this is a ripoff. You know, those people just need to go to the vet. Honestly.
But Val, think about this. I mean, honestly, think about this. The person that's posting that really has such shallow depth of field that they don't even see what they're doing to their own environment of people who could potentially purchase off of them.
Yeah, they sit there and they think that they're knocking a business opportunity. When I see somebody that comes in with problem after problem after problem, I mean, they're showcasing themselves as the biggest moronic idiots on the planet. Like, you know, if you can't market a $100 deal or a $500 deal or a $1,000 deal, if that's what they're promoting, they can't do a $5 deal. They just need to go to the vet. They just need to go. You know, honestly, I mean, they have no business. But what's the purpose of that? Like, well, I didn't recruit anyone. I didn't sponsor. I didn't make any sales. Does anyone else say, yeah, you're looking all around you. There's people making thousands of dollars. There's people, one person posts, I made over 50 sales in a couple days. I mean, but if you notice, those are the people that are proactive. They're solutions. And people say, how do you generate 50 sales a week in a business? You create 50 solutions, one per person for 50 people. And there's no mystery to it. Become the solution. Don't become the dick. You know? And let's.
But you know what? But Val, and just to put it so that, you know, it doesn't sound too harsh. You know what? Granted, we understand there are some things that are maybe a little bit difficult to understand at times. Maybe we haven't explained it clear enough. Maybe there's just sometimes people just, I get it too. Sometimes there's just a blockage and you just haven't got over the hump of understanding. However, there's always a resource. There's always a resource to go to. You have an upline to go to, or a sponsor to go to, whatever the case may be. You've got your, you know, us. I mean, we're always available. You can find us anywhere. I mean, we don't hide behind anything. We're pretty visible. You've got the support network. You got the support line as well. If you don't understand, I mean, I love helping people. I mean, I dealt in my corporate world. That was my favorite thing to do. You know, and being able to see people, being able to resolve those problems is really, and that's what we're here to do. And, you know, the thing that really gets me is that and you and I talked about this a week ago too, is that it's not about the product, it's about the service. People sell the product when they need to be doing the service. The service is for your clientele. They're going to purchase the product off you regardless. They're going to purchase the product off of you if they trust you, if they believe in you, if you have built that relationship with them. That's only the very beginning. And people forget that that's the end. They think that's the end. Once they've made the sale, they think it's over. And you said earlier that people can go out there and make 50 sales and 50 sales and 50 sales. But you know what? That becomes shrapnel in your business, because those people will come in and they know that you don't give a rat's rear end about them. And all you want is their 1550, 1250, whatever it is. You want their money, and they never hear from you again. And you know what? You're better off to go and make 5 sales and provide good service, make those connections with people. And because you know what? Those will generate into multitudes of sales and will grow exponentially. And that's where you find the leverage. And I think people do not understand in this industry really what leverage is. And they can only think linear. They can't think multidimensional. So they think they have to go out there and get 100 sales, when really all they need to do is get just a couple of sales, a few sales, 2 sales. Just go get 2 sales, build those relationships, and then watch that grow deep. That's where the foundation goes. That's where the real money comes in, is when you can work with those people and show that you care. You, like you said, solve the problems. Don't be problematic, be solution oriented. And I think if people could get sort of the concept, network marketing is all about concept. It's about story and concept. And people think it's about getting a bottle of pills or getting something and then selling that one sale to people. They've made their, $20 or 20% or 7, 2, and 3%. That's their income, but that's really not it, right?
No, well, marketing is an art and science of empowering, communicating, and developing a relationship with another human being based on their needs and not mine or yours. So, when I go off on my rants here and I get all revved up, as I get revved up on these calls, and I call people dicks, I'm not talking about people that have legitimate questions that, I don't know this, that's cool. But when somebody purposely comes into a room and antagonizes people, tries to bully their way and try to look cool, and I'll give you an example. Like, we have a product that's a cellular database, And the cellular database clearly states for ringless voicemail or texting, and it's all through a form. When somebody comes in there and says, "What the hell do I do with these, these numbers?" That's a dick. That's a parasite. That's a single cell amoeba. That's somebody that's coming in here goofing around, and they're not reading. They are reading, but they're just coming in here to, in anything, whether it be health and nutritional products. Every company has a dick pack that comes along with it, not a 12-pack, a dick pack. And those are people that infiltrate the business just to stir the pot in everything you do. They get in those chats and they just, they have nothing good to say. And I just want to make that perfectly clear. You don't want to work with those type. Nobody wants to work with those type of people, but those are the type of people that they get something out of it. I can't even imagine being like that. I can imagine being like, I like calling them dicks and stuff like that and parasites. That's cool. But I'm just saying, honestly, this is the stuff that you have to be wary about in your business, and just be conscious of people's purposes from a professional point of view. So where were we on that? I just get so revved up about these people.
I do too, Val. You know what? I
don't like stupid. I won't allow stupid to exist in my house. I won't let it go away. I won't let my kids do it. I won't let my wife do it. I won't let it. Can't exist.
Well, I've got endless amounts of patience with people, and and I like to be able to keep step in. Where is the part that you don't understand? And if it's legitimate, that's fine. But if people are there,
right,
and that people sometimes are there just to yank your chain, and I can I can pretty much roll those ones up and out the door pretty quick. You know what? It's not a game. Yeah, we're here to have fun. I mean, you want to laugh and have some fun together, and that part of it I love. I love people. The challenges, hey, we all have them. And, goodness, I mean, one day can be awesome. The next day can be so overwhelmingly challenging. And you know what? The mark of the leader, the mark of the people that get through it are the ones that, roll up their sleeves and get in the mire, the muck in the mire, and really figure it out. And I don't know if that's a breed or a DNA, or whether it's something that's taught, whether it's something that maybe our society is losing track of today. I don't know, but I was raised through that structure, and I'm older, so we come from a different era, and nobody gave me anything. I had to work for everything I've ever had. And you know what? There were some disappointing times, and I think the disappointing times were probably some of the most educational times of my life. And I mean, I got stories about, and you do too, Val, and I'm sure everybody else out there. And it's funny because in some of the conversations I have with people is that they, you have to start having those conversations and finding out that we're all very similar, that we all needed to get, somebody to either believe in them or to really answer those correct questions that they had, or finding out really what the secret answer was. Because you know what, I went through that for years in this industry, is cracking the code. We've already talked about this stuff, but cracking the code and what all the secret is to the network marketing industry. But I think it's just a lack of I don't know, morals and empathy and personability and I mean, yeah, you draw a hard line. I draw a hard line in the sand over some certain things. I've got I'm pretty lenient to a lot of areas in my and the people that I come up against too, because I'm doing customer support all the time, so I'm looking for what the question really is, and I have to ask a lot of questions back to really find out where's the disconnect, what have we not provided. And that, going back to the responsibility part of it, as company owners, we can provide, and we've done that. We've fine-tuned a whole lot of our instructions and all that kind of stuff. But here's what I find is really curious. You can put in the very first paragraph, that's only maybe 2 or 3 sentences long, you can have an overview exactly what they're going to ask, and yet they still come back and ask it because they don't read it.
Or the really cool thing is when somebody, in customer service, and somebody sends you a message and says, Hi, I just brought somebody to the business opportunity. They have a problem. Can you fix it? Are you freaking kidding me? Imagine having the mental capacity to send something like that in. Hi, I just brought somebody into the business. They have a problem. Can you fix it? Where's the content? What does that mean? I mean, who is
No
the
idea.
person? What's their email address? What's their contact information? It's kind of like going to a restaurant saying to a waitress, yeah, they give you a menu and you just say, hi, can I have something to eat? And she's standing there like, well, what is
Exactly.
it you want? Like that's what I mean by being
Yes, totally.
being a dick, being stupid, just being absolutely ridiculous. So, and I say all
I
this,
get those a lot. I get them a
people
lot,
just need,
Val. Yeah.
they just need to
Sorry.
stop and think and say, is this the type of quality of person you want to work with? Listen, you know what? We're all going to be dead soon. Life is going by too fast. And I just, people wonder where I'm coming from. I don't have time to waste. My time is valuable. I've got kids. I've got a young family. I'm a serious business person. I'm successful. I just, your tolerance level when you realize that time is valuable, this industry is valuable, people are valuable, and when people don't want to be valuable, you just got to draw a line in the sand and say, look, I am not going to cater to your victimization. I am not going to get drawn into your drama. I'm not going to let you suck me into your sick, psychotic world that you live in. And just get the hell out of this industry and shut your internet connection down. That's what I really want to tell people in customer service half the time. Not the ones that legitimately have stuff, but the ones that just want to jerk around. Because you had that one guy that kept jerking you around this weekend. He kept telling you he was telling you who our programmer was, and he doesn't even know our programmer. He was telling you
Yeah,
for
he's telling.
3 hours he was wasting your time in customer support trying to tell you who our programmer is. And and this guy's not even our business opportunity. That's the type of stuff that needs to go to the vet, honestly.
Yeah,
So
that was the one that won the 3-point conversion.
there's just like this is sick, like this is why I just go off on these calls about this stuff. I just you want the world to be nice, you want people to be nice, you want people. Why I keep saying, like, we had this conversation. Why can't people just be like us? And they don't have to be super intelligent. Not to say we're super intelligent, but why can't people just say, look, I'm in a business. I have a passion. I want to be a solution. I don't want to be a problem. I want to be a positive role model. I want to influence other people that aren't even in my team so we can network, build. We're all here for the same common cause. It's like this whole thing, Tracy, for me, it's kind of like a plane wreck. Our plane goes down in the jungle, and some of us just, yeah, it sucked. Yeah, the pilot error, whatever it is. But you know what? This is where we're at. We want to get out. We want to survive. We want to get out. Let's be proactive. And then you got a couple idiots on the plane that are sitting there yapping and yapping. This is bad. That's bad. And this, they just serve no purpose. Those are the ones you just want to, smother them at night with a pillow and put them out of their misery. So I say that not, but I'm just saying, like, come on, guys. Let's pull together. Let's make it happen in a real business opportunity. Who do you want to work with? A whole bunch of whiners and bitchers and complainers and people that it doesn't matter how perfect you make the business opportunity, they will always be victims of their own sick, psychotic world they live in? Or do we be solutions? Like, everyone's looking all over the world for what's the secret, the secret, the secret. How do you make money? It's so obvious. It's just you have to be a solution. You can't be a problem. You can't be negative. Getting in and creating negative speech in forums and groups in front of downlines and posting, screenshots of your stupidity and all that stuff, or then come back saying, oh, my mistake and all that. Can't afford to do that. You've got to create a pure, ethical, moral environment built around solutions. And if you are having a nervous breakdown and need psychotic medication, just private message somebody. Don't be posting the fact that you're a loose cannon and a dummy out there on the internet. And I just have to make that clear, because man, I just, some of the stuff that we see and some of the stuff I'm seeing in company chat rooms that I'm not even a part of, people put me in their their Valentis, their coffees, their this and that and their other. We're not even a part of those programs, but we're seeing just a lot of the sheer unprofessionalism and people that have no business being in business. I mean, they wonder why they don't recruit anyone, sponsor anyone, don't generate any sales, and either they're doing it on purpose or they're just really psychotic.
Well, and here's I think something that eludes people is they have absolutely no clue what it takes to put a business together. And I'm talking about a company. I mean, okay, they have the business because if they're an affiliate, the company has already done the work for them. They've done everything. They've gone through like the merchants. They've created the products. They're creating the website. They're working on the programming. They're tweaking things. They're correcting things. They're answering customer support. They're listening to the members. People think I've had several people come to me over the course of this mostly the last 6 months, and and they've kind of buddied up a little bit and wanted to say, hey, we should do this together. And I'm a programmer. I've got a programmer. We're doing the business. We've got a company. I've got a business partner. Like, where were you 5 years ago?
Yeah.
Like, well, all of a sudden, because you see something that is going on here. But people, I think, honestly, or they'll say, I've got a product. I'm going to create my own company. Fly at her. You have no idea what you're up against.
Good luck. Good luck,
because I ran a multi-million-dollar company. Val, you do too, currently, and it's not easy. It's and it's not simple either. I mean, when you become an affiliate, it's very simple, because here's your package. You pay me $15, or pay your sponsor, your referrer $15, or whatever the case may be. Here's your package. Now all you have to do is follow a couple of directions, go make money, and so. I think they get sort of locked up into that little thing where something in there is difficult. And so their scope of what has already been done for them has been completely lost. They have no idea how much work and how many hours and how many months of labor and fixing and creating and doing all these things. Just in the programming that we're working on right now, it's massive. I mean, working with the programmers, working with the hosting companies, finding out what we need to correct and fix, and what's not working, and getting the right people to get the right answer, going to the right departments, and all that stuff. So people, and it's not their fault. But they need to think a little bit deeper. They need to think about, what does this consist of, and then be able to go and, here's what you've got. I mean, here's a gift. It's really a gift, because this is a lot of work putting together a company. I mean, we do it because we love to do it, Val, but still, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's so many people that we know personally. They say they're going to start their own company. I'm going to start this, and we know some guys that are out there that have made over $100,000 in some of these money games and stuff like that. Why don't they start their own companies? They've got the personalities, they got the followings, they got the training programs, but they don't have the know how to do it. It is such a pain in the what to do these things. Somebody's got to do it, and that's my whole point, because I see the work that we've done over the last 2 years to really bring this to a manifestation, or anybody that's ever had the guts to start their own affiliate program. The work that they put into it behind the scenes, and then you get these people that come in and they just want money, but they don't want to do any work. But they didn't spend 50 grand, they didn't spend 40 grand, they didn't stay up 17 hours, or they've got it scot-free. And that's my whole point with boundaries and understanding and showing respect in this industry. That there's a lack of respect in this industry, and when you get the trailer park boys coming into a business opportunity with their trash talk and in anything, as I'm seeing in other companies out there as well too, it's just like, that's when I say those type of people really need to go to the vet. They're vicious animals that shouldn't exist in this environment. And
hey, and rightfully so. There's some company owners that could fit into that mold too.
Well, they could. There's some company owners that could fit into, but ones that go to bat, ones that care, ones that aren't seeking money. Like I take a look at the work that we're doing. I think it's unbelievable to be able to give people an incredible opportunity to make more money in a $15 business opportunity than they would in a $1,200 business opportunity. And for us, practically, not to get paid to do it, really, that the amount of time, effort, and energy and hours. Like my wife sits here every day and says, "Why do you waste your life on the internet? Why are you there with a bunch of people that are just, they're not in the same, they're not in the same category, they're not in the same league. They don't live on our street, they don't think the way we do. They don't, she hates, she doesn't like it. I'm just being honest. She doesn't like this world, but this world was good to me and I love it. I love this whole network marketing thing. It's an addiction. It's hard. It's like hooked on Facebook, and I've been doing this for 36 years, and I'm always looking for a solution to the problem, and that's what it is. I want that solution to create that utopic environment for people in network marketing. It's like saving the whales. You wonder why like all these whales or all these dolphins beach themselves, and the thing is when you grab them and you bring them back out in the water so they can swim away, they come right back and beach themselves again, and it's like there's no understanding, and that's the biggest challenge for me, is why do people in this industry say they want to be successful, say they want to make money, say they want to make lifestyle, live the lifestyle, but they're totally their own worst enemy and everybody else's worst enemy along the way too. There's nothing positive about their energy, their vibration, their language, their posting a lot of the time. It's not difficult to understand. You go to a lawyer because a lawyer offers a solution. That's why lawyers get paid so much money. The reason why doctors get paid so much money is they are perceived to have a solution. The reason why we pay for piano teachers and karate instruction and private schools, like my kids go to private school, the reason why we pay so much money is we want a solution for our kids to have better than, and these people on the internet, I don't know if they understand. I don't even know if they can even begin to, not all, but they need to understand what I just said. You've got to pay for it. You've got to work for it. You just don't get in front of a piano and say, well, I bought this piano for $300 at a garage sale, therefore it's my right that I should be playing this right now. You gotta do the work. You gotta put time, effort, and energy in. Learn the keys, learn the notes, learn the music, learn how the machine operates, and understand it's a piano. You don't say, well, what's the product? It's just amazing how many people are in business opportunities, and what are we marketing? I mean, that's when I want to get a collar and a leash and walk them to the vet personally, It's what are we marketing? What are we selling? Well, I don't know. What did you spend money to sign up in? Like, what did you sign up in? I mean, what psychologically stimulated you to join a business opportunity you don't know anything about? Do you understand how dumb that is? Like, that is beyond dumb.
Well,
what are we marketing?
That's what I find so funny. It is because, like you said, they've already joined the opportunity. They've already gone through the back office. They've done all these things, and they said, I can't log in. We already logged in. The
guy's emailing you from the back office, and he says, I can't get in the back office, but he's already in there.
Can't get in. And he was sending a support ticket from his back office. Yeah, I know, that one cracked me up. But, I think that, maybe that, the average person who's, and I could be wrong, but the average person who's working in a 9-to-5 job, hates his job, whatever, they've been stuck in kind of the rat race, doing the hamster wheel for 20 years or 30 years, and they're looking for the escape online. They've never really gotten the business aspect of business. And I think that's where people need to sort of change their gait a little bit and then become the business. I mean, you have to speak with authority. You have to, you can't be a cubicle person and then expect people to join your business. I don't want that to sound wrong, because I mean, there's a lot of people that out there have got a cubicle 9-to-5 job, and a lot of people hate what they're doing. Maybe some people like it, but still they're stuck in that rat race, that wheel going around. So they do go to the internet looking for the solution. Okay, that's the thing, Val, is they're looking for the solution, but they don't recognize it when they see it. I think that's the big deal. I think that's the biggest part of it, is they really don't understand what the solution entails. And being part of understanding, being a corporate, once you have purchased your business package or your affiliate package, you are now a business entity. And so you have to approach it that way. I mean, there's There's language that you can learn. I mean, you can, maybe not some of it tonight, but right? But however, you know what? There's always a part of, we always have fun. We always talk about how approaching people and how to speak with people. And that's the thing, a lot of it is there's such a loss of social skills out there today that, I mean, you and I are never lost for words. We do this every day and we'll do it for hours at a time. And this is just another day of you and I having a conversation, and we've managed to record it. So, I mean, this goes on a daily basis because we analyze things. And you know, people have to learn how to look at their business, analyze their business, what is not working, what's working, and most of the time it's them that's not working, because we've made sure that all the components that we've put together is working. And whatever we've listened to from the members that maybe we've skipped a beat, we go back in and correct those dots so that everything comes together. Thank you for pointing that out. Maybe we missed something, you know, and we're looking at it unilaterally all the way around so that everybody can have the same opportunity for having success. You know, and so why is it that some people will go in right away and they'll go zzz, and they'll look through everything and they get it? Other people won't even look. They won't even look at it. And then they
won't even log into the back office.
They won't even log in. I know. Like, I don't understand that behavior. And yet they've come to look for a solution. We've provided one. And yet they don't even log into their back office. They don't read anything. They don't read anything. I'm doing my best at putting whatever needs to be right in front of your face, in front of your face. You know, as soon as you log in, if there's an update, there it is. If you want to, you know, I mean, somebody said, well, why don't you get a hold of everybody? And I said, well, send out an email. It's posted all in the Facebook group. You know, we did every, I don't know, other notifications. And I said, the only thing I haven't managed to do is send up a smoke signal. I don't know what else to do. You know, I mean, if people want to stay plugged in, they have to stay plugged in. I don't know how you could operate a business that's attached to a company where you never, ever showed up to find out what was going on. And that's whether that's in an MLM company, whether that's in an affiliate company, whether anywhere. I don't know.
The lottery players. The lottery players do that. They don't show up.
I guess.
Yeah. And then
there's no commitment, Val. There's no commitment, and you see that with people. They're flaky. They just the next shiny object, right?
Well, yeah, that's the lottery. That's the lottery mentality. And then you got the recruiters out there that bring the lottery people in.
And make lots of money doing it.
Yeah, and that's just like you know, in high ticket. I was talking to, well, I won't mention their name. They're a friend of ours, and they're in high ticket, and they don't even use the product in their high ticket. They said this is how they assess a business opportunity. They go in, they pay their $1,200 to get in, or $1,600 or $1,400, depending on what the price is that week for the business. And then they go in and they see how much content's in the back office. They don't view it, they don't look at it, they don't go through it, they don't listen to it. They just want to see that there's over 60, 70, 80 pieces in there. And then they go out and sell it based on a story of, you can educate yourself. Here's all the tools, bells and whistles, all in the back office. They've never experienced one audio or one video in those particular companies. But that's just filler. Those are people that are online to make money. They're not online to build a business. Building a business is totally different than making money. And then so you've got people that will build a business. Those are people that are long-term, residual. They want that unbelievable check of 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 or more. And then you got the people that are just kind of like, they want the extra 3,000, 4,000 a week, one-time hits, maybe two-time hits. And then you've got, it's like a fish in a way, you know, it's like the fish. You've got the people that just keep recruiting and posting all this stuff, and they just keep throwing the lottery tickets back at the same people every week. Throw me $5 this week, throw me $45 this week, throw me 150. And you know, and the lottery ticket people, you know, the government does that to the masses all the time. Tax breaks, lotteries, 60, 70, 80, 90, $120 million. Everyone gets revved up. They don't realize it's really called the idiot tax. It's the idiot tax, but people are just so caught up in it. They'll spend $200, $140, and they do it weekend. I saw my dad do that for 40, 40 years of his life that I remember just buy, $200 a week in lottery tickets, almost $800 a month. He was a crack addict with lottery tickets, and he loved it when he won $10 or, he won $50, and I think he maybe won 1,000 once. But, to do that for 20 years, spend, minimum, say average $500 a month on lottery tickets for 20 years. I mean,
wow.
my dad was a complete, talk about a dick. My dad was a complete dick doing something like that. And I told him that. I don't mind saying that about my dad. It was wrong because it took away from the family.
Yeah.
We had to do without. I'm telling you, we had to do without because of his addiction to alcohol and lottery tickets. We suffered as, and so it's the same thing. These same people don't get it. They kind of wonder where this all comes from. The same lottery ticket mentality. These are the people that are hurting their husbands, their wives, their families, their kids by not educating themselves and becoming a proper business practitioner. They say, well, that Val Smith's an asshole. Hear the way he's speaking on the call tonight and all that stuff. No, I'm freaking smart. I'm intelligent and I'm brilliant when it comes to this. Hurt people. I wouldn't hurt my family. I wouldn't put my kids on the line, my wife on the line. I wouldn't put anything, my home on the line. I wouldn't put my relationships on the line and sit there and whine and complain about, hey, I need this, I need that. Where's my money? Here's my money there. We work for what we get, Tracy. We work hard for what we get.
We sure do for $5.
For $5, which is absolutely pathetic. And we're here to build. We're here to build the list. If people want to know, we're getting at it. We're getting access to a list of hopefully solid people that really are sincere about wanting to develop their skill set and become something bigger and better in the game of life.
Yeah.
And we have to sift through it too. And one of the big things is just ask yourself this question. I ask myself this question all the time. Val, yes, would you like to recruit 1,000 people that are like you? In a heartbeat. I wish I could find 1,000 Val Smiths or 1,000 Tracy Jamesons. That's what I ask myself, because I can pass any interview. I'm better than the interviewer. And I have a passion to be better than anyone I know when it comes to this industry, except for Tracy. She's the brains behind it. But I got it. But these are the questions. So as you sit here and you watch this call and you kind of wonder where we're coming from or where I'm coming from, because some people can't get a read on me, ask yourself this question. If you're a whiner, a bitcher, complainer, a victim, a manipulator, a con artist, a thief, a cheat, a scammer out there on the internet, would you want to recruit 1,000 of you, of your personality, of who you are, what you represent, your morals, your values, your work ethic, your ability to recruit and sponsor? And if I know what the answer is. I'm not even going to tell the people the answer, but that's how predictable it is.
Yeah.
The average person would not want to recruit who they are.
That's a very good analogy. And I think people have a hard time looking in the mirror, and that's going to be one of the most liberating moments, because you're right. I think that people really need to get polished up, and it's not a short. It's a journey. The whole thing is a journey through this industry. And Val, God, you've had a long journey through this industry too. I mean, you weren't always the success story you are today.
No.
I mean, I've had an incredible journey through this, and I've met some incredible people. You being one of them, of course. Would never have met you had it not been this industry. I mean, you look fairly close. I mean, you're in Alberta. I'm in British Columbia. Yeah. But I mean, it's not like we would have walked down the street and sat down beside each other and had a cup of coffee.
Never would have met. And that's the part people are missing. They whine and bitch and complain about the business opportunity, the product and service. If I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I just want to say this, and I'll shut up. The best part of this industry, the best part of the $25 or the $50 or $100, I don't care about the comp plan. I don't care about the product. It's the relationships I get out of it. And when you focus on the relationships and the people and the connections, that's when you prosper. And when you don't, when you're looking at it from a narcissistic point of view, what's in it for me, 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 you're freaking doomed, man. You're done. You're cooked. You're going to get chewed up and spit out.
Well, and look at the people that you have introduced me to, and we've been on three-way calls with them and just met some marvelous people, some incredibly talented people in this industry. And then the people that I've introduced you to that have come from my history and my past of networking, and that we've had the opportunity of sharing all those contacts. There's never any fear of somebody's going to steal somebody, or you know, we don't even get into talking business a lot of the time. We talk about concepts, we talk about stories, we talk about our past, where we're going, why we're going there. We don't get into, here's my pitch, here's my sale, sign up now. It's such a different environment. I think if people really had the opportunity to kind of sit in and listen to that kind of a mentality, as opposed to, you know, they get on the phone and they clam up. They don't even know what to say. And you know, it's refreshing. Just, I mean, we have so much fun. You know, I mean, you have me crying, laughing. I'm crying all the time, crying all my mascara off. And you know, those are the golden moments for me, because and the people it's about listening to the stories that other people have gone through. Because you know what, we're all, as much as we're different, we're still all the same. We've all gone through all the same challenges. Every single one of them is the same challenge. It might have a little bit of a different color attached to it, but each one of those challenges of getting up and speaking in front of people, or getting on the phone and talking to people, or understanding compensation plans, or really understanding, you know, talking to that big leader and being afraid to talk to them. Yeah, everybody's the same. You know, we've all come from the same place. We've gone through the same issues, and you know, and that's the evolution. And all of this is it's an evolution and the journey to get there. And Valerie, I mean, you know, I mean, you draw a bit of a hard line on language, but you know what? I love you for that, because you call a spade, you don't pull any punches, and you know what? You gotta be tough in this industry, and if you're not tough, you'll never survive it, right?
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely, beyond question, beyond doubt. So anyhow, I'm just looking at the time here. Where are we at? We're at 7.
We're just about at the top of the hour.
Yeah, we're at the top of the hour. We can cut her short. The reason why I had to cut it short, my wife came in here to tell me the Grammys are on and that I'm missing it. And all the kids are watching the Grammys. She said, "Come on, get up! You're missing the Grammys." That's her trying to get me away from the online internet world.
There you go, hey? Well, yeah. You know, as always, it's, you know, this is a therapy session for us. This is just you and I jamming it out, and we do this on a regular basis. And you know, we kind of go take a topic and we just hammer it out, and that's what we've done tonight. And hopefully, you get some good content from it. And you know, just really, you got to muscle up, roll up your sleeve, and get in there and get the job done. And just, you know, that's all it takes, right?
Yeah, I think people that are seeking answers will really love this type of information. As much as it comes across the sandpaper, and I go off to the left or right sometimes. But this is it. It has to be done, because what we do on these calls, Tracy, like I love the interview of Larry Wingett, and I really think we should probably take that Larry Wingett interview and put it in even in our little $15 gig, just so people can get a feel for the truth. And there's such a facade out there on the internet. There's such a facade with even, you know, motivational books and tapes and videos and audios. Bottom line is, all the motivational books, tapes, videos, and audios, here's the truth. The truth is you're born, and the truth is you're going to die. And the truth is, what did you do in your time here on earth? Did you spend your whole time buying into all these different philosophies, or did you do the work? The bottom line is, did you do any work while you were here? You know, that's the thing. Or were you just kind of soul searching your whole way through life? And a lot of people do that, you know, on the internet. And you know, the ones that are tired of being victims and tired of, you know, feeling sorry for themselves, you know, they'll appreciate this type of stuff. And the ones that just want to be complete, total jackasses and pathetic fools on the internet will not like these type of presentations. They will not like some of the content here. The pathetic, psychotic freaks of this industry that just serve no purpose in humanity, no purpose in life in the home-based business industry. I got to make that perfectly clear, because this is everything that we are saying, or everything that I do to go to really extreme to shock people on here. I'm saying everything that every guru, marketer, you know, whether it be Todd Falcone or any of the big names out there, the Ray Higdons or, you know, Russell Brunson's, they know everything that I'm saying is absolutely right. It's just I can afford to say it and not have to worry about the ramifications. They can't. But this is exactly what it is they're thinking. All the big leaders in this industry are speaking the same language behind the scenes. They say this, and then when they put their suits on or get in front of the camera, they have to be politically correct. And that's frustrating for me too, because I wish some of these people that, are being worshipped out there on the internet would step up and tell the people what they really think of them and what they really think of the behavior and the actions without being politically correct about it. Be abrasive about it and step on people's toes, because sometimes you just gotta stop. You gotta stop people in their tracks. You gotta stop a bully in their tracks. And when you get people out there that are posting garbage or anonymous or going in and infiltrating forums and rooms and posting negative this and that, as I'm seeing in other companies as well too, those people need to be taken out. They can hide behind a computer, but they serve no purpose. They just serve no purpose in life, honestly. And I have no pity, no remorse. Feel nothing for those people if they were to leave the planet tomorrow, just in anything. Thanks for being here. But you know what? You served your purpose. Now it's time to go back to where you came from, dust.
Well, that's why we issue a disclaimer at the beginning of here, is because sometimes we're not politically correct. And
I don't ever want to be.
And it's for a reason, because you know what? I'd rather someone be truthful to me and tell me what I need to know than to pat me on the head and then say what I needed to hear after I left, because it serves me no purpose whatsoever. And the other thing is that you did say earlier that we should put Larry Wingett's interview in the back office, and I took the responsibility of doing that. It is in the back office.
Oh, it's there. Yeah, well, good for you. And they should be checking it out. Listen to what Larry Wingett has to say about motivational speakers and just how the game's played. The bottom line is it needs to be exposed, and I can't begin to tell you how many quasi-leaders, heroes out there on the internet are making copious amounts of money just appeasing the blind and the dumb. And as long as they don't care if the blind and dumb, whatever, I'm not going to say what I was going to say, but anyhow, the bottom line is it's wrong. What's going on is wrong, and people just need to be confronted. All right. And it's the same as the generation now, the young generation in the school system. They have no discipline in the school system. They teach all the wrong curriculum in the school system most of the time. It's wrong. What's going on with this generation is wrong. And what's going on the internet, I think, is wrong. And I speak very boldly and very bluntly about it. And I have really deep, extreme issues about what's going on the internet, because it doesn't have to be that way. That's where I'm coming from, is it does not have to be that way. People make it that way. It's not the system. It's not the product. It's not the comp plan. The biggest problem in this industry, people, nothing else. It's people.
Yep.
And that's company owners too, but they're people. It's people. People are the problem in this industry. And now we need to convert that and become passionate about being the solution. I'm passionate about being the solution. And I'm passionate about, knocking the dumb and dumber. I'm passionate about doing that because they need to be weeded out. It's just like a job interview. If you go into, if you know you don't even have 1/10 of the skill set or 50% of the skill set, don't show up. That's my point. Don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. Don't join the business opportunity. Don't launch the business opportunity. If you're not qualified, don't go for an interview. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And there's so many people out here that are unqualified, but they think that this industry owes them something. They think that this industry owes them. They need to make money. They should have this. They should have that. What's their contribution? Zero. They're idiots. They just need to get out of here. And that's what drives me crazy, Trace. That's
well, it does. And you made a statement that people should have some kind of certification before they even enter into the industry. And I know that they do teach the network marketing courses in some of the major universities in the United States. I did know it at one time, Harvard, and I know there's a couple of them that they do teach it at. And so it is a creditable course that you pay to go and learn. And you know what? You've got it all here, really, read it at arm's length. With
but you know what would be the best thing,
industry.
though? You can pay to learn, but the majority of the people will never do it in a million years. And that's the problem with this industry. There should be, you know, now that Donald Trump's in it, I don't know, I don't care about Donald, I'm not here getting American. Donald Trump should mandate that network marketing people should need to write a course and take a test before they're allowed to be in network marketing, affiliate marketing, have a home-based business on the internet. I would celebrate that. I know that probably isn't going to go down too well, but that's the right thing to do. You know, find out the level of intelligence and eliminate those that have no business being in business, honestly. And then there will be no victims. Nobody will feel scammed. Nobody will feel cheated because scams don't exist. When you're a part of a solution, there's no such thing as a scam. When you are the problem, you are the scam.
That's true.
You are the scam. I didn't say the scam's a scam. You are the scam. You are what you attract. You are what you perceive. You are what you see. You know, there's no such thing as a scam. There really, really isn't. But you will create that in your life. Bottom line is you're not going to take it with you when you die. Everything here in life's an illusion. It's just all an illusion, and you pick whatever movie you want to watch. You can, you know, it gets pretty deep. Well,
I think you better go watch the Grammys.
Yeah, I think I better go watch the Grammys before we go off in a spiritual
or you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah, Swami. All right. Anyhow, it was a great call. I enjoyed this call. I really liked it.
Well, I love hanging out with you. These are the best. You know, we get a lot off our chest. I think we take out a lot of topics that I think people really want to know and want to hear about. So, anyways, thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you again next Sunday on Sunday Night Sessions.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.